Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of Castlevania 64 here, which I've only just recently played for like the first time, and played a lot of Castlevania games. I recently played through the PS2 3D Castlevania games, Lament of Innocence and Curse of Darkness, which were both really interesting, very different Castlevania games. They're much more beat-em-up style, which was fun, but I kind of missed the platforming and exploration. I, always heard some not great things about Castlevania 64, so I decided, why not try it out, see what it's like. And I have to say, I actually kind of enjoyed it a lot, just from playing it for a few minutes before, so I kind of went through and played, I don't know how far through, but in any case, I'm gonna go ahead and start. Do normal here, and we'll play as Carrie. Carrie's the only character I've tried out so far. Have not played as Reinhardt. I think one thing that this game actually does get right the majority of the time
in the
is
century, the province of Wallachia.
Atmosphere. It's a game
in
where
this time of peace and plenty,
there are a lot of
no one foresees the return of
strange kind of idiosyncrasies with regard to time, and time travel is kind of a pretty well-established concept within the Castlevania universe, but it does lead to some kind of anachronistic problems. For instance, the infamous motorcycle riding skeletons, which are pretty hilarious.
Gifted with great magical powers.
Kind of,
sensing Dracula's return,
jokey, really. It makes no sense for them to exist logically, considering this game takes place well before the invention of motorcycles. But it's never really been a major problem in my mind. Okay. I do love stuff like that, where you get some really cool environmental effects, the lightning, the fire on the trees. Now, they're very repetitive, but this is a Nintendo 64 game. You can't ask for everything. And visually, I think it's not a bad game, actually. Yeah, it's got some problems now. This is blown up to a much higher resolution, so it looks significantly better than it did on the original console, but still, I don't think it's that bad looking at the game. Visuals aren't really that important to me in terms of what's the word? It's more about consistency in style and appropriateness of style for whatever. I should have gotten that power up. That would have been valuable. Oh well. More so than it is making sure it looks as cutting edge as possible. That never was that important to me. So one thing about this game that people tend to complain about a lot, which has not been as big of an issue as I expected it to be, is the camera. Early 3D games all suffer from camera problems, and this game is really no exception to that, but I don't think it's uniquely bad. In fact, I think it's quite a bit better than many games. I don't know why I did that. I compare this game to Mario 64 in the sense that, we're talking the same era. Castlevania 64, Mario 64, all those early Nintendo 64 games specifically. Ocarina of Time, I think, did the camera quite well, because you could focus it. With Z targeting, you could focus on enemies. This game, you can also focus on enemies, however, it doesn't work it doesn't stay locked on. It kind of gets if you press the right shoulder button, you'll lock into place and then lock onto the nearest enemy, which is pretty helpful, to be honest. It's a nice feature. I don't like that it locks you into place when you do it, but I do like how it works in general, because you have to hold it to activate it. It's not just something you can... you can't just toggle it. And I think that's a good move in this case because of the way the action works. That's weird that he becomes like invulnerable, looks like, for a little while. That's interesting. Oh, I want that. Oops. Yeah, the with Carrier, she's got this projectile weapon, obviously, right? Which works pretty well. But the only trouble with it is it locks onto whatever the reticle locks onto, which is kind of automatic. You can't really control it except by distance to the enemy. So sometimes you'll attack enemies you don't really intend to, but it's a pretty minor problem because they home in, right? I don't control the trajectory so much, but that's not a huge problem at all. It's just kind of you have to be aware of it and just kind of make sure your movement is at your place wherever you need to be. Or you just run around and kind of get yourself out of harm's way and then just spam the the charged attack, and then you can kind of just clear enemies out. Go ahead and save. I think just movement around the world is a lot more fluid and intuitive than many, many other 3D or early 3D games that I've played. For instance, Nightmare Creatures is a game that I like a lot, but its camera is incredibly stiff. And while, I mean, the game was developed in part for the Sony PlayStation, which the default controller, of course, did not have analog control. And so, in that sense, it makes sense. But the N64 version also does not feature analog control, even though you have an analog controller as a default option. They didn't really retool the game to accommodate for that, and that's kind of a shame because Nightmare Creatures is a good game, and once you get used to the controls, it's not so bad. But it would have been, I think, significantly improved had you had analog control of your character. So this game, you know, considering how early it is pretty good. Let's see if I can remember where I'm going here. So, okay. My memory of this area is not particularly good. Yeah, I did this. Unfortunately, jumping is kind of the fastest travel method through here. I'm missing something. Oh, you know. Yeah, I gotta go that way, I think. Yep, there we go. You can kind of control the camera with the right shoulder button a little bit. Yeah, you can turn it around and stuff. It doesn't always work, but it works pretty well. I do love that gate opening sound effect. That's pretty great. It's very similar to what you hear in... There's another game that uses like the exact same sound effect. And I'm trying to remember what it is. Maybe it's Resident Evil or something. Oh. Okay. Catches on fire. That's pretty cool. Come on, pick that up. Why can't it? Oh. Why can't I pick that up? Yeah, sometimes that stuff is really frustrating. It's just like, nope, we're not going to let you pick something up for whatever reason. I don't know if that's an issue with the game itself or some kind of configuration problem. I don't know. Okay, so now... go back through here. And of course we'll go ahead and save. I think one thing that they were really smart about was save points. There are quite a few of them, but they don't feel too generous and to make like the game trivial, but they're not so spread out that it makes like going through a section like incredibly tedious. Oh, a much better weapon. So the sub-weapons work like they do in practically every Castlevania game. Yeah, around here they're a little more frequent, those save points, but I think that's just because of the positioning of where I'm going. So the red jewels, of course, are what are basically they're just the hearts from the other Castlevania games. Yeah, that's gonna do that, which is a bummer. Camera's gonna change for me there. So like areas like this are where people, I think, have trouble with the camera, and it's not great. I mean, I'm not going to say it works perfectly. It doesn't. Like right there, I could have very easily died. I do like these little bits of kind of discovery on the player's part, on Carrie's part here. Oof. Okay. Yeah. So luckily yeah. So you have to be careful. So when you climb up stuff like this, you can, by holding the jump button, you basically hold onto the ledge and you can pull yourself up, and it works well. Like it's similar to the lock-on targeting. You just hold the button until you don't want to do it anymore. The angle at which you go to the platforms can be kind of tricky sometimes, so you have to be careful there, but it's pretty consistent. I haven't had too many issues with it. I love that this area does not have music during the day. It's got like a nice little wind rustling sound, and that's about it. Alright, so we'll go ahead and save again. One thing too that I like about this game is you have to just kind of search stuff to find little goodies. And it's not really obvious that you can search certain things too, like bookcases, or just like parts of, you know, like background elements in the level you can search. And it's not obvious that you can interact with them even. So I like that that's there. It would be nice if there's a little more of an indication at points, but they're just bonus items. There's nothing like crucial. So I do not like these exploding skeleton guys. They are incredibly annoying. Also, I'm not really a big fan of the fact that the enemies respawn. But like this is an example where, like, you know, you don't know. Oops. this is a little tricky. Although there's not much they could have done about it, but, you know. You don't know that it's not obvious that you can break these open, and breaking them open is not exactly the easiest task in the world. But I like that you can. It's very cool. Okay, it's becoming night now. The day-night cycle, of course, is a great touch as well. That's where I came from, right? Oh, I didn't want to get the axe. Whoops, I thought that was a... Yeah. I'm getting a little turned around here, which is easy to do out here because the wall textures and stuff are pretty similar. Okay, nothing in here. Is there anything here? Yes. Sorry, I didn't grab that. There we go. Nothing in that one either. Okay. So I need to get through this gate. Ah. Of course, get through here. I don't know what the specials do. I've gotten a couple of them and I've never used them. Ooh. Some serious slowdown. I think that's a resolution problem. I may have to tone that down. So I can demonstrate once I get it. So if I'm pressing that, I just pressed R, the right trigger button, and or the right bumper, whatever, and kind of homed in on them, which is really nice. It works just as well as you'd expect, especially for an early game. I think it's quite good. So I'll probably use some... The one thing that's funny is, like, this is clearly a sprite and not a 3D model, which is interesting. They clearly couldn't manage to make 3D models for everything, so there are some weird kind of statues in particular and a few other things kind of rotate around and look at you all the time just because they're sprites and they always face you. So that's kind of... It's funny to juxtapose that against the, you know, the actual 3D environment and those models. Oops. I'm pretty low on health here, actually. Why don't I go ahead and use a roast chicken since I have a few. I do love that it's roast chicken. Okay. Oh, it still actually followed me in here. Interesting. Okay, sun card. So the sun card and its corresponding moon card change the time of day, which is kind of cool. And you need those for certain puzzles. Oh, come on. There we go. Honestly, I think breaking open these coffins is probably the most difficult task in this game. You kind of have to do like a running attack on it, just because the angle of your weapon and the height of the coffins is just a little bit off. I do love that you can kill these skeletons, or break their heads off without killing them. And then they keep attacking. That's a pretty cool touch. Alright, so let's go this way. Okay, I have 99 red jewels now, so nah, I'm not going to get holy water. Projectiles, I think, are significantly better than projectiles, so... Oof. That was tricky. I don't like having skeletons chasing me. Their AI is pretty great, though. It'll just knock them, you know, those jump to their deaths frequently. Their second deaths, I guess. I don't know. Oops. Oops, wrong button. Oh, I do not know. I did not know that skeletons could spawn down here. I don't like that. I guess they can spawn anywhere where there's like a certain amount of ground that supports where their spawn points can be. Okay. Ooh, I actually was a little nervous about that jump. Oops. So it's as long as you're kind of like in proximity of the platform, you can latch on, which is it's pretty forgiving, which is nice. I do like this though. So there's roast chicken right here for some reason. But you also get a nice, well, there we go. The plate is badly broken and the letters are unreadable. Scrawled on the top, the lady who blesses and restores. So I do like those elements. There's a lot of just kind of hidden cool stuff in here. I think I need to go this way. Yeah. Turn this. And then this will open up that gate. Back where I started. Or near where I started anyway. Oh, I hate these guys. They're actually not really that dangerous, but they're annoying. Wait, did I go the right way? See, I'm already turned around. No, there we go. Go ahead and save here. And then I think we go through here now. Yeah. Yeah, that's getting really slow, actually. I'm gonna assume that's a resolution problem. Things a dirge. Okay. And then I want to go this way now. Just runs off. Oh, wait. Do I want to go this way? No. I'll go this way. Okay, come on. Come on. Of course it's when I can't focus. Why? This is interesting. I don't know why I can't get this. Sometimes I have problems with picking up items. Of course, I wonder if it's because I'm fully powered up. I don't think that's the case, but maybe. Let's see. Can I pick up this? Nope. Disappeared. Whatever. Moving on. I think I want to go this way. Okay, hang on 1 second. I'm going to actually adjust the resolution because this is a little much here. Okay, we'll see if that's better now. Seems to be better already. Although, you can't see what's happening. Oh, OBS. Why are you doing this to me? Okay, there we go. OBS likes to freeze up these days, which is really frustrating. But this should work better now. I think this is back. Did I go back too far? Yes, I did. I went the wrong way. Great. Which way was I supposed to go? Well, that didn't seem to help the slowdown, actually. So that's not good. I'll have to fix that for next time, I guess. Play around with the settings and figure out what's going on there. I want to say I'm supposed to drop down and go across there, but it doesn't look like that's the case, does it? Ugh, too close. Okay, so I went this way. Went through here. Okay, that's that one. So I think I go back out here, right? And then I go this way. Aha, there we go. There we go. So what I like about this game, in particular, outside of course, the classic motorcycle riding skeletons, which are hilarious and make no sense at all. Is that it's a lot more exploratory, right? It's got a lot of Castlevania, like, obviously Castlevania, but I mean Metroidvania style components to it. There's a lot of exploring around. There's a lot of retracking. It's more puzzle based in the sense that you need items to kind of open up. I mean, you're unlocking doors. You're a little later. You have to collect some items to bust open some passageways. Those kinds of things. A lot of key finding. Which is great. What I did not really like about Lament of Innocence and Aria and Curse of Darkness is that the levels are not particularly interesting to explore. So yeah, you find some keys here and there, but it's more about just going through and beating up a bunch of enemies. You know, they're action-focused games. This is very much a exploratory labyrinth kind of style game. There's obviously action, but it's not the... I would say it's definitely not the main focus. Okay, so I killed him. Why did that not open? Did it glitch? Or did I forget a lever somewhere? Oh no, I just didn't go in the right area. The gate closes behind you to lock you out. That's not the new area. So here we are at the castle. I think the music in this game is actually pretty good too. It's not always on point. I think the fight with the skeleton's a little hokey, but I like this music a lot. I like the music we're about to hear once we're in the castle a whole lot. I think it's very fitting and kind of intriguing and eerie, off-putting, you know. I'm a big fan of game scores, and so I'm always excited when I hear something that I think really fits the mood of a particular game. The textures in this game are pretty hilariously bad in a lot of places. But that is early 3D gaming for you. Okay, I think I can only go in this door first. I'm guessing that's Dracula's face. I never actually thought about it that much. So this is another area that people tend to get frustrated with because of the camera, and honestly, it's never really been an issue to me. So one thing I should mention, of course, is that the game actually has 3 camera movement settings. I guess you could call them that. So right now I'm in normal mode, right? And normal mode kind of is it's a fixed Well, I should say that the player doesn't have a whole lot of control over the... Ooh, that almost hit me. Doesn't have a lot of control over where the camera goes. That isn't to say it's, like, bad, but... Ooh, I can't believe I made that. But you also have... You also have two other modes. You have... Well, it's not letting me do it now, which is odd. You're supposed to be able to change it into what's called action mode, I think, which is what you're supposed to change to when you're trying to interact with the environment. And I think that's just because it helps you kind of aim your character towards objects in the world. Let me stay on this side of it. And then you have, or oh, it could just be that I can't actually change it in this level. That would make sense, actually. And then you have battle mode, and I don't really, honestly, like, the differences are pretty slight. One makes the camera a little more active and follows a little more closely behind your character. The other, I'm not really sure what it's supposed to do exactly. Oh, I forgot about this boss. Yeah, so this is boss view here, right? Can I just stay here and cheese him? I totally can. That's hilarious. Oh. Of course I'm gonna miss out on the sweet loot, but whatever. Oh no, that does, okay. That still kills me, okay. Oh, seriously killed me. Let's do another roast chicken. That's funny, I didn't realize. Of course, none of the enemies hit that hard, honestly. I really only want the money. Oops. I really only want the money and the cross over there. There we go. Oh, no, I got holy water for some reason. Weird. Okay, I want the cross, please. Nice, okay. And the gold. Okay. Did that. Now, let's go up here. That's helpful. And I think I'm going to get my life restored by going down here. If it'll... So I'm in normal view right now. Oops. Yeah, so this is action view, which, as you can see, kind of moves the camera in a little more. Oh, I think I need to do this, actually. Yep. And then you have boss view, which I guess is supposed to keep the most important enemy in focus a little better. Like I say, there's not a whole lot of difference that I've discovered. So I kind of just keep it. I let it default. If it changes to boss mode when you're fighting a boss, then fine. I've never found it really necessary to actively change the camera modes. Not so far, anyway. Okay. Can I actually... Well, not like that, I can't. Alright, what do you have for me? Money? Good. Money is useful. Oops. Yeah, this section's a little tricky with the camera. Ooh, moon card. Yep, want that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and have some roast chicken since I've got a few of them. You rack up money pretty quickly if you put a little bit of effort into it. Usually, you know, you just use it to buy. I hate those guys. Yeah, I must be fully powered up. Oh, I didn't realize there was gold there. Because I should be able to pick that up. But I can't, so whatever. I think I forgot to do something important. Like, get a key or something. Yeah, I did. Oh no, I didn't. I think it's here. Yeah. So I'm kind of just working my way past the gates here. Almost missed that jump because I pressed the wrong button. Oh. Well, I didn't die. That's interesting. Although now I don't know if I can make that jump. Yeah, I can make that. Oh, really? Okay. Hitbox not great there. But that's fine. I do think it's funny they still have Medusa heads in this game when they're not particularly threatening. Oof. Oh, that was a bad idea. Ooh, nice. Okay. It is interesting that like the level design is such. Oh, totally missed that. Okay, that's a bummer. Yeah, I find it interesting that the level design doesn't... Oh, I only saved here. Whoops. Okay, well. We'll go through this more quickly this time. Oh, you know what? Well, too late. I was gonna say, if I can get that power up, I'll get it, but forget it. Let's see what's in here now. No, don't want the axe. The cross is definitely a better weapon. Yeah, I definitely want to power up though. Don't want that. Okay. Let's see if I can get through this time. So, I think this is kind of... This kind of thing is what frustrates people. Like, you make it, you know, kind of far through this section and then you die, but... Like I just did. That was my fault. Trying to speed up moving by jumping there at the wrong time. But I think... Oops. I don't think the levels are cut up in large enough chunks where it's extremely frustrating to go back and redo it. There's a minor exception to that a little bit later, which I had some problems with and was more frustrating to redo than it needed to be. But I think, honestly, I think the platform is pretty fun. Oh. Whoops. And so... yeah, it never really bothered me to have to redo this stuff a little bit. It's really not too bad. I think the complaints about it are definitely overblown. It's funny that you can totally see like that's just like a little teeny room and it's just like blocked though. I don't think you were supposed to be able to see it that way, but you can, so there you go. Yeah, that's not so great there. Okay, let me... Not doing so well on my item management, but that's alright. I can always buy a bunch later. Are those middle ones the only ones, or the other? Yeah, I guess those are the only ones that change. Nope, they're not. Amazingly, that did not kill me. I can't believe I didn't drop to the floor there. That's what you're supposed to do there, but knowing that you can drop off is actually, or jump past it and actually grab onto the ledge is pretty cool. Oh, I didn't realize that actually... See, that's tricky. You jump pretty far in this game, so it's pretty easy to do that and over jump. So that's a little frustrating. Usually I think platforms are spaced out well enough where you don't have to worry about that happening too often. But on those smaller platforms, like if they were big platforms like that, it would be no problem. But they're a little skinnier, so... Right in the head. So I think you can actually just stand on those. Like, yeah, you can get hurt, but it won't normally kill you, which is kind of interesting. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and do this now. And I'm actually going to do this. Get the key. I'm going to save it again just to save me some time in the event that I die again, which is likely. Not doing so well in this section right here, considering I did well enough in the opening not to die. Okay. That's a better way to do that, I think. Did he get hit by the thing there? Ooh. Wasn't sure I was gonna make that actually. Okay. There we go. You know, it actually probably was a bad idea to use that health item. Now that I think about it. Maybe not, I don't know. I also think it's kind of clever that they didn't make you refight the same kind of boss for this other switch that opens this gate up. It's just kind of like, yep, you made it through, so here you go. I like that. It would have been... I mean, another boss fight would have been fine. It wasn't a bad boss at all. Not particularly difficult or anything, but it's kind of like, yeah, you did it already, so you don't have to do it again. I like that. I think this game is balanced pretty well with that kind of stuff in mind. And guess who it is?
start weeping. All who oppose the Dark Lord must die. Come, meet your doom.
I do think it's funny that they write that out as ho 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 instead of ha ha ha. It's just kind of a funny little... We associate ho 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 with Santa Claus so much that it's, you know, maybe a little inappropriate that it's ho ho ho. But hey, what are you gonna do? Alright. We can save it after that little trial there. And move on. One thing that is interesting is, like... Does that reach the flames there? Do I want... Already have it. Oops. Yeah, this I can get this time. Oops. Yeah, so I must have been fully powered up before. It's weird that it doesn't let you pick it up anyway, though. Like, you can pick up the jewels, even if you have 99 of them, so it's weird that you can't pick up more power-ups even if you have... even if you're at full power. One thing that's actually kind of cool is that this game has cloth physics. Like, I can't remember a game as early as this that had cloth physics. I didn't really remember seeing them until... Well, the first time I remember actually actively remembering them is in Shadow of the Colossus. Now, I'm sure, obviously, it existed well before that. But that's the first time I remember seeing them. Yeah, these guys... Ooh, there's 3 of them? Alright, let's do this. Oops. Yeah, sub-weapons are very powerful in this game, and I think like in many Castlevania games, the cross is one of the most powerful. Oops, I pushed the wrong button. Didn't I? Yeah. This is, you know, especially powerful because, although it's probably better for Reinhardt than it is for Carrie, because Carrie's weapon does home in on enemies and stuff, so it's not so bad, but... Okay, I'm gonna quickly use a roast chicken here so I don't die. Yeah, this 3 phases is interesting. And this phase is probably most interesting because I do like that it hits twice though. Oh, well that actually was remarkably easy. Okay. I never figured out how to get up there. I don't know how you do it. Maybe you can jump from one of these, maybe? No, you're way too far away. I figure like you can jump on this, right? Although no, I'm on it. Yeah, I mean, I don't see how there's any way you can jump high enough to get on there. Oops. Yeah, so I don't know how you do it. But whatever, doesn't really matter. Okay, let's go ahead and save. head in. So you may have noticed those gargoyle, they're not gargoyles, but those like lion head statues outside kind of turning. These also turn with you, it looks like, which is kind of interesting because they're not sprites, I don't think. No, yeah, I guess they are. Yeah, they are. Restock on red jewels here. This is probably one of my favorite tracks in the game's score. It's really kind of, I don't know, it's really interesting. It's got a nice little riff to it. It's very contemplative, kind of making sure you're wary. Oh man. He does not look especially threatening. I do like that he turns into a bat afterwards. That's a really cool touch. Which, where are you? I mean, look at this too. It's got some nice little like. There are these cracks in the boarded up window here, so you get a little light through. Those are nice little touches. There's a lot of polish in this game that I think gets overlooked. Okay, I've got 99 now. Oops. Oh yeah, no, I want it this way. Nice little rose garden here. I never tried the fragrance of roses. Yep. Okay. I don't want either of those. Purifying. So now we're in a section of the game that I'm not as familiar with, of course. Ta-dun! Those hand models are great. You appear to be a genuine human. I am Charlie Vincent, the mightiest of all vampire killers. You look like a villager. Are you lost in the forest? Don't treat me like a child. My mission is to save the world from Dracula. Don't talk nonsense. Leave Dracula to me. He's not the sort of opponent for an amateur like you. You presume too much. Speak not of matters that do not concern you. Obstinate youth, I will give you one more warning. Leave this place without delay. Do you understand? He just walks off. Actually, kind of just like walks around in circles, actually. I love that. Like just waving his cross. I do think this is cool. I thought... No, I guess it's a different room. This is a really cool effect, though. I mean, it's really good. It looks really nice. Like I said, there's a lot of polish in this game that, you know, you can't say that about all 64 games. And I think, ooh, okay, oh, that's the storm, that's right. I do love these guys, especially these, like, stained glass knights. That's a really cool idea for an enemy. I love those guys. I think they're definitely one of the most interesting enemy designs in this game. Something that you don't really get the full effect of in 2D. You know what I mean? Roast chicken in the mouth of that thing. Key. Storeroom key, okay. Let's go back into this. Yeah, so he's like laying down on the ground. Oh, there's two of them. Aha! That's not what I meant to do, but that's fine. Roast chicken and roast beef. It's interesting that those guys respawn. I mean, most of the enemies do, so it's not like that surprising, but it's kind of funny. I don't remember what these guys do, actually. And nothing in that one, unfortunately. Okay, I'm doing well with the food now. Okay, I don't think I can go down here yet. Oh, I know, actually, something important happens though. Yep. That angle makes it look like that knight behind you is going to come to life, which would have been a really cool reveal. Pray, excuse me. Would you have seen a scroll hereabouts? Ah, that's it. I thank you dearly. This is important to my business. So here you get to see another kind of anachronistic issue, right? This guy has a suit that clearly could not have been made at the time of this game, you know, that the game's supposed to take place in. He's got glasses that are very hexagonal now, but, you know, they're supposed to be kind of modern. His tie and vest and all that stuff, it's very clearly not from this time, so he's kind of a cool character, Renan. He acts as the game's vendor, which is really helpful. So if any place you see a scroll on the ground in the levels, you can go and interact with them, and then you can meet with Renan to buy stuff. It's a very, very clever solution. He's supposed to be kind of mysterious. Okay, and like I said, I don't think I can go. Oh, I can. But I can't go further than this. Yeah, I can't get through here yet. Okay. So this level is interesting because there's a lot of back and forth going from a room you've been to a new room to a room you've been to. And there's no real clear direction on where you're supposed to go. Nope. I do love this too. The wind kind of blowing this around. It's a great effect. Okay, so I think what I need to do is go back. Out to the rose garden. Yeah, sometimes two of these guys spawn, sometimes only one. I don't really know why that's the case, but... So we'll try going back out to the rose garden here and see what happens. Okay, nothing interesting. Let me go back in here. No, it's not. Okay, let me... I think I may actually have to exit the whole thing. So I think I've done everything I can do in here right now. We're gonna find out. Okay. There's no other doors down here, right? There's this one, but I know I can't open it yet. Okay. That just takes me back outside, which I don't need to go to. I might have missed a door somewhere. We'll see. Or maybe they just make you go out and back in. I can't remember. I feel like I should interact with something in here specifically. Well, I can stomp on the roses. That's cool. Carefully tended as I walk all over them. I wonder if it has... you know, I wonder if this is a time thing. It didn't occur to me before, but it might be. It's nighttime right now. Did I go this way? Yeah. This is down here, right? Okay, so what I might have not done. Let's go through the door over here. I might have forgotten to do that. Yeah, I think this is, yep. See, these kinds of moments, definitely more cinematic inspired, and I think the move to 3D automatically drew comparisons to movies, but I love this. This is the kind of stuff you could not do in 2D games. You just very easily. I mean, it could be done, but it just made it so much simpler. That's a great reveal, looking in the mirror and realizing that he has no reflection. It's just fantastic. You smell different than the usual adventure. That's a creepy line. I thought vampires aren't creepy. They're supposed to be creepy. Now, question is, does he have a reflection? No, he doesn't. Very interesting. That's pretty nice and consistent. I wonder if they only made it so that Carrie had one. Oh, he breaks it? I don't remember that being the case. That's interesting. I don't remember that happening before. I guess it did. Huh. Well, in any case. Archives. Can't go in there yet. Okay. Now, let's take a trip back to the Rose Garden. It's the only one spawned this time, and I don't don't get why that is. Now, I'm not doing it right now, just because I want to watch these cutscenes, but you can skip all of them, which is a wonderful touch as well. I hate it in like the Zelda games where you can't skip cutscenes. It's incredibly frustrating. I wish to water the roses. Please step aside. Her name's Rosa, appropriately. Who are you? What are you doing in this place? I'm Rosa. I look after these white roses. White roses? You're a vampire. Why have you no fear? None but vampires and demons live here. Wandering carelessly into this place will soon cost you your life. But you're somehow different from these creatures of evil. Such sentimentality will cost you your life. I will forget I saw you. Flee now. While Dracula exists, children live in terror. I cannot desert them. As you will. First you must go to the castle archives. The key to the archives. Ah, yes. A previous adventurer took it. I can help you no more. Do not lose your life too quickly. Okay. Oops. Oh, wait. So now I have to go back. Can I? Nah, it's not a flat surface. Go in and talk to. So this is the one part of the narrative that really kind of made me go crazy. Vincent, the key to the archives. Ah, that must be the key I found in the rose garden. My intuition tells me it is worthless. Take it if you wish. Like, really? You have a key to someplace. Your goal is to kill Dracula, and you're not even gonna find out what's in the archives? Like, that just doesn't make any sense. And it's just funny to me. Like, why would you bother even picking the key up if you don't care where it goes? Or you're not even gonna bother to find out. Oops, wrong way. So that always drove me a little crazy, but what are you gonna do? Oh, the mirror's back. Interesting. Going to the archives here. Holy water, which I don't want. Go in, get the key. I'm gonna search around in here and just see if there's many books, but none that appear useful. Okay. Yeah, it's a big room for not a whole lot going on in it. It's interesting. Okay, what I'm gonna do next, of course. Is that rose still on the floor, actually? No. I'm gonna go ahead and save. Okay. Now we can move on. This may be the most frustrating part of the game, actually. We'll see. Maybe I'll do it better this time. In my first run through of this, it was extremely frustrating. Who's there? It's a very ugly sprite bush there. Please, help me. What's a little child doing here? I'm Carrie. You're safe now. My name is Malice. Malice? Why are you here alone in this terrible place? They burned the village. My home. My mother and father, too. That's awful. They took all the children to the castle. The devil in the black cloak was looking for a certain child. And then... My head hurts. I can't remember. Are you all right? You're tired. That's enough. Yeah, that's enough, all right. So, my main issue with these guys, I love their design, and I love how creepy this... their design's great and all that. Oh, wait. Do I go there? Yes. See, I hate this. You get stuck when they attack you, and I don't know why. It's incredibly annoying. Oh, that's not good. Oh, see, I'm dead now. I should just die and restart. So this is just a maze, but it's all the same every time, so if you memorize it, you're fine. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and... I have 6 of these, so I'm fine. Can't go that way out. Oh, whoops. As long as I can move before that guy gets here. I did go the right way, thankfully. That actually wasn't too bad. I remember being a lot more difficult before. Of course, the downside is I didn't get to explore the area very well, but that's fine. There's nothing here that's truly vital. I don't think any of the items you find are crucial unless they're just like path opening items, keys, those kinds of things. Everything else is just kind of nice. You've come this far. Once you're through the forest, you're safe. Watch out for the demons in the forest. See ya. So I definitely have to make progress through here, but I'm trying to remember how you go about doing it. I think it's here. Oops. Yeah. Copper key, okay. Yeah, see, I got another roast chicken, so no problem. Let's go ahead and open this door here real quick. All it does is just connect you through here, which is interesting. I don't know why, because you don't have to go back through here. I guess it's easier if you go... I don't know. Let's just go back there and find it. I'm trying to remember. They may do it that way because it's a little bit easier to find the copper, the door the copper key goes to. But honestly, I don't remember if it is. I tried doing it that way and got pretty lost, so. We'll just try going this way, and if I die, then, you know, we'll re-establish where I'm going. Unfortunately now, all the monsters just come out and attack you. Like, yeah, I'm probably gonna die now. Nice. Yeah, I mean, that's really what these dogs exist for. They don't hurt you that much, they're just an obstacle, really. So we'll see. Yeah, it's interesting that they had that shortcut, because I don't really know what the purpose is. It's not necessary. Is there something in the castle that I am not aware of that I could do? But I don't think there is. This is not what I wanted to do. Oh, that guy really hits pretty hard, doesn't he? And he's relentless, like he'll go through the entire stage. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the front, which may be why it exists. That shortcut might exist because it's actually faster to go through here. We'll find out. Rather than trying to backtrack your way through the garden, the maze, the hedge maze, whatever. Before we do that too, I'm actually going to drop on and see if I can talk to Vincent. I was going to get a cutscene there for a second. Ah yes, at dawn I spied a young woman in the rose garden. In the midst of the nest of foes, she was calmly... Okay. End of your sentence, I guess. It's weird that he would tell me now after I already met her. Seems like something that would be more useful earlier. Oops. Okay. Yeah. That is why that shortcut exists. Because you go through here instead. Wait. Oh no, I can hear the dogs, but I don't have to fight them anymore. That's good. that a save point? Yes, it is. Oh, I think that's where I'm supposed to go now. Okay. Let's just check to make sure there's nothing interesting over here. Of course there is. Roast beef, excellent. What's on the other side of this? Oh, I bet that's the door that opens up to... Yeah, okay. Got it. Another shortcut opens, I think, but it doesn't seem necessary now that I'm here, and there's a save point right there. Grab some cash. Don't need that. This is definitely a game where I don't think the sub-weapons are even necessary at all. Maybe for Reinhardt they're more valuable because you don't have projectile weapons with Reinhardt, but with Carrier they seem a little redundant, although with the crosses they do kind of act as boomerangs, so that's a pretty cool feature. Can't argue with that too much. So you get multiple hits off. Oh, feasting, huh? Here we go. I love this fight, actually. It's one of my favorites. Oh yeah, he does this. Which, yeah, but he's definitely susceptible to that. One move that I haven't showed off yet is that I didn't do it very well. I didn't do it. Yeah, it's funny that he'll dodge Carrie's attack. Oops. But he won't dodge those so well. Yeah, that's why I love side weapons. Actually, in this game, they're much better than. Or they're useful. They're actually useful. At least the cross is. I don't even use the holy water, really. Yes, you were defeated by... Well, yeah, I love this. Oh, man, this game really does have some great reveals. Predictable ones, I suppose, but they're fun. Yeah, she's a little bit easier to hit with your regular attack. She gets a little more tricky here now that she disappears, and then I just have to take out a bunch of bats, basically. Not a difficult fight, but a very fun fight. I like that one a lot. Okay, let's go ahead and see if I can get what's in here. Oops. Don't want that. Uh-oh, I got too close to it. Although I think I have to manually jump down, so. Found a hidden path, of course. Definitely getting those, and I think oh, they're back. Maybe. Yeah. Excellent. Because the cross definitely uses up a bunch of the jewels. I don't know if there are separate values for all the sub-weapons, but I know the cross is expensive, so. Now I'm in the underground waterway. Ooh, and almost died. A little Tomb Raider kind of platforming here, which I appreciate actually. Although her hands look pretty hilarious when they kind of like... Clearly she's not holding on to anything. I smell poison. This water's deadly. All water's deadly in this game, so, you know, pretty much. I'm trying to remember. Wait. What? Okay. I definitely know I need to go over there at some point, but I'm trying to remember if I can do that now. Yeah, I guess so. Yep. Right? Well, let's go over there first. These all share a life bar, which is interesting. At least I think they do. Yeah, they do. Oh, okay. That guy's over there. Ooh, almost fell into the poison water there. That would not have been good. Not the most challenging enemies in the world. One thing that's really interesting too is like this game does not automatically tell you what's been opened up once you hit a lever like in a lot of games. Actually, in the like in Lament of Innocence, right? It tells you very specifically what has happened when you hit the various triggers that like open up new paths to you. So it's kind of interesting that this game's just expects you to both recognize where you need to go, and then that you'll remember or that you'll realize that like the trigger you just hit is what works with the whatever was blocking your path. So like in the beginning of the game, you have to flip those switches, and they do tell you what they do, but you kind of have to just realize that like, okay, that gate over there, the switch must activate it because there's nothing, you know, that's what the whole game's designed around. And I like this because it doesn't tell you like, oh yeah, that switch activated whatever. It's just like, nope. You see that there's water blocking your path, and then there's a switch over here, so guess what? Now that water's not blocking your path. Now it's not a huge level, so it's really easy to just kind of look and see visually. Like, yep, that's what it is, but still kind of interesting. It's an interesting design choice, and a smart one. Gives quite a bit of credit to the players. I do not remember if I'm going the right way right now or not, actually. Yes, you can kind of duck walk. Oops. I do not know what's over here, actually. Ooh. Oh, man. Did I really just do that? The answer is yes. Okay. Oh. That's pretty funny, actually. Okay, now let's see if I can do this. I didn't notice this before. Nice. Not a huge reward, but still. Alright, let's just see what's over here first. 'Cause I'm not sure that's a necessary area to go to, although it certainly looks like it is and it incorporates a core function of the game. Is this where I came down from in the beginning? No. Okay. Oops. No, I do want to save, actually. Okay, yeah, I'm supposed to go this way, but I'm gonna go check that area out. I don't think I did that before. Yeah, so you use the Z button to crouch, and then you can crawl, or like I say, duck walk. You can also use it to dive. Alright, let's see if I don't mess this up this time. Of course. Of course. Actually, you know what? Yeah, you do lose your power-ups when you reload your save, I guess, which is kind of a bummer there. Yeah, so right there you can dive, which is extremely helpful. There we go. Moon card, cool. Okay, roast beef, nice. Oh, this is not going to be fun. I didn't realize that there were skeletons in this level. That's weird. Whatever. Okay. Now, so I don't have to go through that again. We'll go ahead and save it. Yeah, I mean, the nice thing is, like, exploration isn't totally annoying. Like, it doesn't take you way out of your path most of the time. And you get some pretty good rewards. I mean, food is always good. It's not as vital since you can buy it, although finding the vendors is not always an easy task. I'm trying to remember what's over there. So there's a vendor there, right? I'm doing fine on health items, so I'm not really worried about it, but you can also buy moon cards and stuff. Oops. Missed that jump. Oh, I need more jewels, red jewels. Okay, so let's take a look here. Okay, so, yeah, okay. I think I know what I need to do then. Oh, well, that's fine. It's probably faster to go back from here anyway. Yeah, so I think I need to go this way to get the key. As I thought, but always nice to be sure. Oh. Little careless there. Of course, you see some great classic Castlevania enemies. The Lizardman. Oh, gotta get closer to the edge there. No, that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do at all. Come on. Come on. Well, bad idea. Oh, I see. It took me into battle mode automatically. Yeah, I think that's why I did that. Yeah, so I just gotta go a little more quickly here. No problem. There we go. Now, of course, I have to make it to that platform. No problem. Oops. Nope. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Whew. Oh, I already did. No, I didn't do that one. Okay. That's right. I died on the way back, didn't I? Okay. Oh. Yeah, I don't mind getting hit by enemies. I just don't want to be knocked into the water there. Oh, that was dumb. I don't want the knife. Yeah, so this is kind of the unfortunate part. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Okay. Although something seems... Shouldn't that have stopped? I am not sure what's going on right now. That water should have stopped by me stepping on that thing. Did I not step on it? No, I definitely did. Okay, so... Oh. I think over here is just the vendor, so I'm not really sure. I love these lizard men trying to, like, attack me like this. Yeah, it's weird. I feel like the water should have stopped flowing over there. That's the point of that switch, I thought. Because that's all that is. Yeah, that's all this is. I must have forgotten something somewhere. Okay, camera, stop. I must have skipped a step somewhere. Oh, you know what? That's probably it here, isn't it? Maybe. Can't say I remember doing this, but we'll see. Yeah, no, this is just a... What? Really? All for some roast chicken. Love it. Yeah, I'm really confused, actually. I thought for sure... Okay. Is it possible the game glitched out? Or is it possible that I got confused about something? Okay. So I guess you can't go on that other that switch opens. Ah, that's right. This one's the one that stops the water. Not the other way around. Okay. Oh. One thing I also think is nice in this game is that, unlike the Igarashi 3D games, you move pretty quickly in this game. Even like the default run is pretty fast. Oh, right into the flames there. It's still pretty fast. Not on the stairs, but you know, you move pretty quickly through the environments. The Lament of Innocence and Curse of Darkness, you move so slowly, and the levels are just huge, sprawling, flat areas, and it gets really tedious. This is like an actually interesting area to look at. The water effect's pretty good. You know, there's interesting stuff to do. There's platforming you have to do. Okay, so this is... door's closed, yep. So that symbol of the sun there means I need a sun card. Do I not have any? Oh yeah, I was gonna say I should have moon cards. So that'll speed up the clock here to daytime. And voila. Actrice. I like her design. She's cool looking. Who are you? Ho ho ho. Santa Claus. I'm Actrice. People would call me a witch. Our mission is to restore our ruler, Count Dracula, to life. What are you saying? The power you possess would greatly help us revive the Count. I give you time to consider your choices. Lend us your power in the great work, or rot in hell for eternity. Think it over carefully. We will meet again. Yeah, I think her design is really cool. To restore him to full power. Yeah, the light. Does that actually have an effect on her sprite? Or her character model? It does not. Yeah, she does lighten up, doesn't she? Cool, okay. Nice. Now we enter the... maybe the most annoying point of the game. We'll see. This is actually the section I have not made it through yet. So I am curious. Nice power up there. Let's get that door on down there. Just go check it out. Iridescent Black. This is Castlevania 64. Torture chambers locked. Excellent. It's one of the lesser regarded Castlevania games for sure. And there are these goofy skeletons on motorcycle again, of course. But I'm pretty new to this game, but I think it's actually quite good. It's a shame that it doesn't have a great reputation, actually. Yep. Came out probably in mid-90s, I don't know the exact year, actually, but there was this one for the 64, and then there was Legacy of Darkness, which was basically a more fleshed out version of this game. With some different maps and some different characters that you can play as. Oops. In this game, you can play as two different characters, Carrie Fernandez, who I'm playing as, and Reinhardt, who is more traditional Castlevania-style character. He's got a whip and all that kind of stuff, so... but Carrie's a fun character to play as just because she's a little more mobile and she's got a projectile attack, which is nice. Okay, so let's go ahead, go up the stairs over here. I also want to try to find a better sub-weapon than the knife. I do not care for the knife in this game. It's fine, but it's just kind of not necessary. It would be better suited for Reinhardt. Let's go through here. You know what did not happen? No. Weird. Okay, I must have skipped it or not gotten to it yet. That's fine. There's a cool statue enemy that pops out. I thought it was here, but I guess it's in a different room. Yeah, let's just go down here. So this is where the camera can be a bit tricky, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad, actually. More roast chicken, excellent. That's not a great angle there, but hey. Nah, I can't interact with those, okay. Those you can interact with, but... Oh, no, you can't, no. Some of them you can, those ones you can't, though. I do love the, the grunts and stuff from the characters. They're actually pretty good, you know, I mean, the PlayStation and 64 era games don't exactly have the best reputation for voice acting. So, there's not a whole lot featured in this game. Dracula is voice acted a little bit earlier. There's a lot of grunts and stuff like that from enemies, but there's not a whole lot of voice acting, which is for the best, I think. I don't need to buy anything. I don't... let's see. Do I have... I'll buy another sun card, I guess. I don't know what the healing kit does. Okay. Now that I have that, go ahead and search around. This room has quite a few like hidden objects. Like there. There's some roast beef. There's one up on the blimp there. They're dirigible, but I can't. Oh, well. That makes me feel dumb for buying that sun card, but oh well. I'm not sure how to get up on there, so... Not necessary. I don't really need it. Oops. Some gold. Okay. So this is somewhere in the middle, I think. I actually have not played through the whole game, but this is definitely not the beginning of it. You would think that huge thing of spikes would kill me on a first hit, but it weirdly does very little damage. So the first section of the game, you go and you are trying to enter Dracula's castle, basically, from outside, and you just have some kind of puzzles to solve that open up some gates. Then you go through the kind of the entryway, I guess you could consider it, to the castle. Oops, that's where I came from. And then you go through a hedge maze, which is extremely irritating, or can be. I actually had quite a bit of luck with it this time. But yeah, so this isn't too far into the game, I don't think. I think on average it's rated at like about 10 hours to complete or something like that. I assume that's if you have not played it before and you don't know where you're going and that kind of thing. But yeah, I don't think I'm too far into it. I just got the nitro, right? Okay. So now these statues will come to life. But... oh, man. I was trying to get that door open before that happened, but sometimes it's a little finicky on reading your input. Okay, so when I have the nitro, I can't jump or be hit by anything, or I'll explode like you just saw. So I think this part kind of irritates people because it's pretty easy to die. I'm gonna bait him out this time so I don't get killed. Or at least so I have a little more time to open the door. Usually I can get it, but this time I had a little bit of trouble for whatever reason. One thing I like about this game a lot, actually, is it does not... I don't think you get a map in it, but I've never really needed one. Like, it's really well designed in the sense that you know where you are relative to the rest of the level, for the most part. At least I always have found it that way, just because the environments differ enough and they're distinguished enough that it's... I don't know. I think it's pretty easy to remember where you are and where you're going, which is not easy to do in 3D games a lot of times. Lament of Innocence in particular requires like constant map viewing. At least it did for me, just because everything looks the same. The hallways all look the same. The big rooms all look the same. Except for a few exceptions here and there, but this game does a good job of varying its environments pretty substantially. The rooms are all unique. Okay, now Let's see if I can get down to where I need to go without dying. It's going to be really unfortunate if I have to go through all of that again. But it's tricky. Yeah, this is where I was... This is where I think that statue enemy comes to life, but I'm not going to deal with it right now. Obviously. But I don't think I can fight... Oh, I can do this attack, but I can't... Oh, yes I can. Weird. Okay, never mind. I thought I couldn't use my charge attack when I have the nitro, but apparently I can, so... Oh, wonderful. That's not the way you go down that. Okay. I was too busy worried about the attack. I don't mind this part of it so much. The only part that annoys me is going through those cogs, because it takes a while. This time I'm gonna get it. Yep. Best game ever? I don't know if I'd go that far, but I do like it a lot. And this is with me having not played through the full thing even. But just the few hours I've played it, really, I've been... I don't know, it's amazing to me that this game is not better received by people, just because I think it's really, really good. Yes, it does get a lot of hate, unfortunately. And it's always like, oh, the camera's really bad, or... that seems to be the majority of the complaint to me, but like comparing this game to Mario 64, I think Mario 64's camera is worse, honestly. And that game, people love that game, so... Yeah, it might not be the best Castlevania game. That's one of those like super subjective things. I don't think you're ever going to come to a consensus on which is the best. I tend to like the first Castlevania game probably the best, actually. But yeah, you know, it always depends on when you play a game. Or it doesn't always, but it often depends on when you play a game. I like a lot of games that aren't particularly good just because I played them at a time when, you know, they had a big impact. Coming so late to this game, I think it's actually... It holds up pretty well. I'm kind of surprised how well it holds up. I didn't expect it to be this good. Alright, now I go this way. And then through this door over here. And then I have to hope not to die here. Yep. So I'm gonna have to do better there, obviously. I can kind of juke him, I think, a little bit. Yeah, I do wish there was a closer save point to where you need to put the... So what you have to do is you have to take the nitro over to a wall that you're going to explode, and you have to set it down and then combine it with another item. So the nitro is just the first item you have to collect. And it's a long journey. I think the other item is a little bit closer by. I have honestly, this is as far as I've ever gotten in the game, even playing it on my own. So, yeah, I am emulating this because I wanted. It's just more convenient to stream, honestly. I could save state, but that, I don't know. I'm confident I can do it. Of course, as I say that, I just drop off the ledge there. I'm confident I can do it, and I'm not really... It doesn't frustrate me to retry, honestly. I only save state if I'm... Usually I only save state if I'm testing something out and I'm trying to... Or if I'm planning on writing something and I just need to get through it quickly. I'll save state, but you know, generally in a game, if it's not designed that way, I won't play it that way. Ooh, barely caught that door there. So, if you're not familiar with the way the controls work, you use the, I think it's, yeah, B is the attack button, and then A jumps, or the other way around, I can't remember which one. And then, you use the C buttons for picking up items, changing the camera mode, and one of your attack types, which is, I don't know, the N64 controller is kind of a weird controller. I remember not like being bothered by it when I would play it, but right now I'm emulating using a PS4 controller, so it's not truly the same. I think having digital C buttons would probably make things like opening doors and stuff a bit easier. What I should do is get an adapter for my N64 controller, but I don't have one right now, so. I also wish this game was on Virtual Console. It's really weird to me that it didn't make it there. Because pretty much every other Castlevania game that I can think of is on Virtual Console, either Wii or Wii U. It's weird, or 3DS. Yeah, so I mapped the C buttons to the right analog stick, and that works pretty well, right? I mean, that's basically how the GameCube controller did it, more or less. I should take my time more with that and just do that. Because those do fall, but it takes a second, so... There we go. Okay. So I've gotten pretty comfortable with this setup, actually. It feels pretty natural. Sometimes I forget that where I mapped Z to. Because what I did is I mapped the shoulder buttons to the two triggers, since those are easier to hit for me. And then Z is the left bumper. And that works fine. I mean, you know. I think you can get squished through those, but I don't know. I haven't actually managed to get caught there, so that's a good thing. Okay, so since I can charge up my attack, what I will do, or attempt to do anyway, is let off an attack as soon as I get through the door. That way, hopefully, I won't have to worry about him hitting me. Oh, so, I mean, I don't know how others feel about spoilers. I do not really care if you spoil things for me, because I don't... You know, if it was gonna bother me, I would tell you beforehand, like, hey, don't bother, or don't say something about it. But spoilers to me are kind of one of those things that's like silly to worry about. It doesn't ruin games for me to have, you know, people tell me things about it ahead of time. Did I go in the right room? Yes, I think I did. I hope yeah, I think so. Okay, so now... Yes. So now I need the Mandragora for the detonator. And before I do that, I would love to save it. Chest? It is. I mean, if others are going to be bothered by spoilers, then, you know, that's fine. I don't, but if you think it's interesting and something I might want to check out, go for it. I already have full. Yeah, whatever. I don't think I need, well... Do I have... Yeah, if I'm lucky, there'll be a power-up. Oops. Nope. Alright. Look, he's waving at me. Oh. That's weird that it didn't. You can activate the boss with another controller? That's pretty cool, actually. Can the other player control it, or does it just activate it? Pandemonium 2. I have not played Pandemonium 2. Oh, that's the torture chamber. That's right. I don't need to go there. I have not played Pandemonium either, I don't think. Although it looks really cool. Ah, there's this. If I'd realized this was here. Can I go through here? I guess I can't go through there. Weird. Well, let me try. Oops. Nope. Okay. That's really funny. That would be really... That's pretty cruel to do. Like, if you just happen to have two controllers plugged in and your friends just watch it and then you just kind of quietly pick it up and activate them while they're running through. That's pretty funny. That's an interesting addition. I love stuff like that. That's the door I entered the level. Is it? Oh, okay. I did not recognize it. Now, I've been up to the area where you get the Mandragora, but I honestly do not remember it, so hopefully it doesn't take me too long to remember or figure out. Oh, you know what? I think I might know where it is, actually. This is the statue that... Yeah. I guess you don't have to activate this. I didn't realize that. But it is creepy, so... Yeah, I agree that Bloodborne is definitely as close to a Castlevania game as we're probably going to get. That's 3D. I love Bloodborne. I may stream it at some point. I'm not particularly good at it, of course. I've beaten it a few times, but I do wish that there were Castlevania games kind of more in that style. The thing that I loved about it so much was that you could use the cane whip, and like whipping enemies in that game felt really satisfying in a way that like no other game that I can think of has whip mechanics that are that good. So it just, as soon as I like played that way, because I think that's the first weapon I ever chose. And I remember just being like, wow, if Castlevania was like this would be crazy. I know not everyone's really... People kind of shy away from the threaded cane just because it's... I don't know. It's not the best weapon in the game in terms of damage and stuff, but I do like it a lot. It's got a good moveset, and the whipping helps control... groups of enemies extremely well, I think. Okay. The worst weapon? Yeah, a lot of people think that. And that's fine. I mean, you know. I will say that in subsequent playthroughs, like New Game Plus, it definitely has diminishing returns. I have a +10, and like, oh man, even killing enemies like the witches of Canehurst or whatever. Witches of no, what is it? You know, the witches before you go and get the rune tool. Like even they just take tons and tons of damage, just because you just don't hit very hard with it. But it is good for staggering some of the beasts. So, it's got its uses. So, I have the DLC, and I have yet to play it after all this time. I've seen it, so I mean, I know more or less what all the content is. I've seen the Maria fight and all that stuff, but I haven't played it myself. I really should. I don't remember which door I came through. I'm trying to remember if I've beaten every boss in that game other than DLC bosses. I don't think I have. Okay. I don't even know how to... Oh, yeah, I remember now. I have been here before. This guy is, like, weird, because he doesn't attack you or anything. Yeah, this game actually is surprisingly creepy. The graphics kind of take a little bit away from that, due to their incredible blockiness. This music is really good, by the way, I think. So I will probably not attempt the DLC in New Game Plus or anything. I'll just do a new playthrough to do it. I might have one, actually, that's not too far in. I don't know how you get to the DLC, so I'll have to figure that out, too. One of the cool things about Bloodborne, I think, is that you don't have to fight all that many bosses to get through the game. There are a lot of them, but you can skip a ton of them. There are like a lot of optional bosses, which is, I think that's a nice thing. I like that they're there, but if you just want to run through the game and play it quickly, you know, there's a lot you don't have to see, and they hide a lot of it away from you intentionally so that you don't know about it until later, which is cool. Like the whole frontier is hidden away from you. Like, I didn't know about it in my first playthrough at all, which is really cool. So this is also Nitro, which I don't need, just the other side of this room. I need the Mandragora, which I don't know where it is. This looks like I can blow it up. I'm just gonna see really quick. You need both to blow stuff up, though. I don't think I can set it off with just the Nitro. But it's weird that they would have Nitro in here. If you couldn't set it. Yeah, okay. Where's that drop off? Yeah, 8 bosses. That sounds about right. Gascoigne, Vicar Amelia. I don't know. I can't think right now. Okay. Actually, I think that wall just goes through here, doesn't it? I don't really know what the point of blowing that up would be other than just... I don't know. I got through here already? Oh, I'm zombified, aren't I? Or I'm vampiric now. Purifying, probably, right? Yep. Good thing I had a couple of those. I wonder how many hits it takes to do that, because I've definitely been attacked by these guys and not turned into a vampire before. That's interesting. There you are. Finally, a power-up. Yeah, right after Vicar Amelia. That doesn't surprise me. Heck, even just like the Nightmare Frontier is super hard, I think. Like the difficulty spike from the just regular game is like way up there. I feel like you're not even really ready for the Nightmare Frontier until you get through basically to the end of the game, at least to Murgo's Wet Nurse, you know. Could be wrong about that, but that's at least how difficult it seems. Oh, where Wait a sec. No, I need to go the other way. Okay. Although there's nothing... I feel like there's nothing over here. This takes me back... to the room here. Yeah. Is there another exit through here? No, I don't think so. Come on, go through the door. Oh, really? Didn't do that, huh? That's so weird. I don't know why that does that. I don't know if that's an emulation problem or what. Ooh. Nice. Is it a time of day thing? Can I not go in here at night? That would be weird because it's not labeled. Yeah, so I played Legacy of Darkness very briefly, and actually I was really kind of disappointed that you couldn't play as any of the other characters right off the bat. By the way, if you have a hint on where I'm supposed to be going, feel free to tell me. I'm sure once you get to the parts where you can play you know, once you get to the parts where you can play as Reinhardt or Carrie, I think it's probably better. I think the camera, I think, was definitely improved. But I didn't really care for the character that you start out as. I didn't play very far into the game, so it's not like I have a fully formed opinion on it, but it didn't seem like it was so much better that that's like the one you have to play, you know what I mean? But I'll definitely give it a shot. My goal is to play through all the 3D Castlevanias. I have played through... where am I going? I have played through Lament of Innocence and Curse of Darkness, which I both liked a lot, but they're just very, very different games. They're much more action-based games. So if you beat the game with the first character, do you then get access to all the other characters, or do you have to like beat one and then you get access to a new character and then you have to beat the game with that character again? Because the game's not super long, so it's not like that would be that bad, but I feel like playing the game 4 times is not ideal, whereas like this game you play it twice, right? You get Carrie and Reinhardt, and it's just 2, and the game's like, you know, you can probably beat it in, you know, probably 5 hours or something if you know where you're going. Oh, so Reinhardt is the spider level. Yeah, that looks cool. I mean, I'm definitely going to replay this as Reinhardt once I beat it as Carrie. I just know Carrie's kind of considered the easier mode of the 2. Plus, I think she's kind of a cool character. The AI on that guy. Ooh. Awesome. You can break it with the nitro. Okay. Do I... Alright, I'll go back there. I mean, it certainly looks like something you're supposed to break, right? Obviously. They put nitro in that room right next to you for a reason. This way, maybe? Let's see. I got turned around that room. Yes. Yeah, so I mean, obviously you're supposed to bust this open. But it said it just gave me like some text. It didn't tell me anything about setting it. And I would think I'd need the Mandragora as well, right? Okay. Let's see. Oh, do I have to do it from the other side? Oh, I'll need both. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do, because if I get the Mandragora, I'm just going to head down to the other place and bust that big wall open below, where I think that's like how I actually progress through, right? So that's what I'm trying to do now, is just find where the Mandragora is. I must be going in totally the wrong way. So okay, that's the room. Can I talk to this guy? I can. To destroy the wall, you need both. Okay, yeah, I got it. Oh, aha, perfect. Exactly what I needed. I needed the torture chamber key. Okay, so now I have to go back. I did not want to go there, did I? Now I need to go back to the beginning. Which, where am I? There we go. Nope, that's not it. It's gotta be this way. There we go. Oh, this is not good. Oh wait, no, I don't have nitro. What am I doing? That's fine. Go through the door, please. Why? Oh, man. So you can't attack it? Oh, so I can't just use my magic. Oh, that also happens. Interesting. Okay. I have 10 roast chickens? Jeez. Makes you kind of wonder why they have a vendor in the game when you get items pretty regularly. I mean, not that I'm complaining, it's just kind of odd. Yeah, I guess I didn't really like, think about it as the vampire killing ability, but that, yeah, obviously that makes sense. Alright, let's see if I can actually get through this door here, finally. Sometimes it likes to just not open for some reason. There's got to be a reason for that I just am not aware of. I did watch the Netflix show. I liked it quite a bit, actually. It's, you know, I think it had some pacing issues. Like, that first episode is all about Dracula, and then he never shows up for the rest of this thing. So, you know, it's just one of those things that I think they What the heck is going on? Seriously. There's gotta be... It's gotta be a time thing, right? Like during the day I can't go through that door, but at night I can? That's gotta be what it is. When enemies are in there. Yeah, so I thought I'd killed them. Because this room has a ton of enemies, and I think they continuously respawn, right? Yeah, that doesn't seem to be... Unless they actually do end up dying. Permanently. Alright. There we go. Yeah, okay. Maybe that is all it was. That's weird, though. Where am I going? I don't think you're spamming the chat either by any means. I don't mind getting a little helpful advice now and again. No. Oh, and the armor statues? Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'll try them here since I'm here, but... Nice. Yeah. There are a lot of hidden items around here. Nothing on that guy. Is that where it just came from? Yes. Okay, now I've got to remember where that... Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, well, I think it froze on me. That's unfortunate. Oh, man, I wonder if that's a glitch with the emulator, or... Yeah, that's weird. I didn't save it too far back, so that's not a problem, but... Alright, let me try it again. Because I remember this happened before. And I'm wondering if it's a problem with the actual emulator. If it is, well, I don't know what to do about that. I'll have to figure something out, I guess, but I'll probably do that at an off stream and then move on from there. Yeah, I think that's an emulator glitch. I'm using Project 64, which a lot of people have complained about. It was just like the easiest for me to get going quickly. So I may try a different one. Of course, if I do that, I'm kind of screwed because I don't think I can use the save file. Unless they use a universal type, I'm not sure. Oh, they can block that? I love that. Seriously, I think the cross has gotta be like one of the best sub-weapons, right? I wish I knew why it died there, though. I wonder if it's an issue with the memory, or... because I think on the 64 you had to have the memory pack in order to save, right? Like, it didn't have a built-in save feature in the cart. So I wonder if it's an issue with that glitching out or something. I don't know why that would affect it now. I'm not trying to save the game, but... I know there are issues with the way memory is managed and stuff like that that can cause emulators to freak out. It's really kind of shocking that after all this time, 64 emulation is still kind of... Oh, didn't freeze. Sweet. Oh no, but I can't. Yeah, so I don't know what caused that glitch. No idea. Am I going the right way? I must be, right? You know what? I'm actually not sure I'm going the right way at all right now. Yeah, cartridge memory was a bummer. I know, like, Majora's Mask used the expanded memory for... Yeah, I'm not going the right way. How the heck do I get back down to where I started? Yeah, I know about the meat on the blimp. I don't know how to get up to the blimp, though. You probably just have to, like, jump on something nearby, but I didn't really spend any time to figure it out. I already got that, I guess. Okay. So that's... Is it... Oops. Wrong door. Is the way back down, like, back where the room that you blow up is? Like, is that where the... Basically, I'm just trying to remember, like, how the heck I got to the... Like, where I entered the game from. Is it back down where... Oh, you know what? I probably just jump up here, don't I? Yep. Of course. Oh, it's roast beef, too. That's good. It's funny that those guys don't activate unless you have the nitro equipped. Alright, let's... Okay, now I'm starting to remember. I think... Let's go downstairs. Yeah, and I came... Oops. And I came in from... I guess I came in from over here, didn't I? Oh. Hello. Are you going to attack me? There you go. Okay. That was weird. Well, if you're not going to come after me, I'll just happily hit you guys from here. That's fine. How strange. It's actually almost creepier. than if they had just straight up attacked me. Oh, so you know what? I finally am just putting together what the heck's going on. Yeah, this is where you start the game from. Or not the game, but this is where you start the level from. That's right. I remember now. Aw. There we go. Of course. This guy's got a lot of health. Is there a save point close by? I don't think there is, unfortunately. That's not what I think of when I think of a scythe, but that's fine. Alright, so all I need to do is take the Mandragora to a room down on the other side of the hall. Oh, it is? Oh, nice. Then never mind. Just the nitro kills you. I guess that makes sense. Did I get this already? Nope. But already have it, so never mind. Take a refuge quickly. Oh, I don't have to actually do anything. Okay. I like how they're just in separate containers and they still react and blow each other up. That's great. What? Did that not blow up? Do I have to do it more than once? Or is that... What? Wait, so what am I... That's... Yeah, I'll have to break the seal first, don't I? Yeah, I don't think I can... Yeah, I mean, I could... Yeah, I could do this, actually, without too much difficulty, but... It's not comfortable. I wouldn't want to do it all the time. Oh, okay. So I have to... But can I set the nitro... Can I carry both? I couldn't carry both, right? I have to set the nitro first, but it won't let me set the nitro on that wall. Oh, uh-oh. I have to do it on the other side, don't I? Gotcha. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, man. Now I gotta remember where I'm going. Okay, I need to go up. Alright, my goal is to get through that wall before I end the stream today, so... Oops. Oh man, okay. Yeah, so that's... I mean, that's my fault. I should have realized... Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear that you have a seal, which you can't break through. But I should have thought to go ahead and try the, So can I set the Mandragora before I set the Nitro? I thought you had to do it in order. If I can, then I'll do that for sure. Hopefully you're right. I mean, it shouldn't matter. It would be kind of... It would be really bad if you couldn't get one or the other. I don't want to fight you guys. Oh, I have to, I guess. Why did... Yeah, if you're wrong, then, you know, that's not the right way, is it? We'll just chalk it up to, misremembering. No, I did go the wrong way. Son of a... Oh, slow down. I hate these guys. Ugh. I didn't hit him. There we go. Oh, no, actually, you know what? I need that. I'm so used to skipping over the red jewels. Can I get... Are you not going to let me get it now? There we go. I was going to say. Alright, let's see if I can go and set this now. Hello, ghosts that are blocking the door. I keep getting money as if I'm actually going to use it. The good thing is, I actually know the level layout now. So that's an improvement. That's what happens when you run around and go back and forth and all that a bunch of times. Oh man, I have to go with that nitro again. All the way through. That's gonna be unfortunate to go through the cog and stuff. I didn't have too much trouble doing it the first time. Nah. Bummer. Okay. Do you have... Nope. Nothing. Those guys leave you a lot of stuff. Now I got turned around. Nope. Of course. Didn't dodge that. Weird. Yes. Okay, cool. Yeah, it would be a really, really bad design decision if you couldn't leave one or the other. Doing them in order would be really ridiculous. Oh, you know what? No, this is... You know, now I'm wondering, why the heck would you bother taking the nitro from the other side? Because you can go back down the stairs from here. I guess it's a more dangerous path with regard to enemies. So maybe that's why? Oh yeah, and plus there's like the fire hazard and stuff, which is kind of... If you mess that up, obviously you die, so... I guess that's why it's like that. Oh, right, of course, the stairs are broken. That's right. Yeah, thank you. I knew there was a reason that you couldn't do it. Okay. That looks weird to me. Ah. Oh, it's a switch. Interesting. Cool. Aha. Oops. This is kind of cool. This is kind of stuff that I love, like this secret passageway. What are you? Puzzle, of course. 3 statues of goddesses, each made of a different material. The base has an inscription. Arrange the 3 goddesses under their father, the sun, to release the seal. Line up the goddesses. Yes. Okay, I have no idea what this... Oh. Okay. So let's take a look here. Gold, silver, and bronze, I'm assuming. Oh, the bloody statues gave you the answer. Interesting. Okay, so I only know of one. There are more. That's interesting. Just Google it, really? Yeah, it's probably faster, isn't it? Well, I know it's faster, obviously. Yeah, I could do that. I guess I'll do that. Kind of cheating, but hey. Okay. Okay, let's see here. It's like 2, 4, and 8. Yeah. Well, a little anticlimactic, I suppose, but what are you gonna do? It would take a very long time to go back and find all the statues. I always wonder what the purpose was, because I found that first one kind of just by accident, you know, or when I was originally playing, and I thought it was cool, but I don't remember if I went back and actually, like, investigated it to see if it said anything. Yeah, you were close, off by, like, what, 1? 9 instead of 8, that's pretty good. Oh, 2, 5, 9, yeah, I mean, that's close. Okay. Now... I did have to say, though, like, that's a really cool puzzle, actually. Like, the answer is not difficult once you know it, but you have to investigate the surroundings. You have to discover that those statues actually do something, which is really cool. I like that. That's one of the things that, you know, a lot of the 2D Metroidvania games do really well. But the 3D games... After this and Legacy of Darkness, they do not do that at all, really. Like, there's a little bit of puzzle solving and stuff in those games, but I don't know. I didn't think it was particularly satisfying. And I was really disappointed with, like, the platforming. Like, Legacy... I mean, Lament of Innocence has... it has some platforming with the whip and stuff, but it's, like, kind of just thrown in there. I don't feel like there's... They didn't integrate it really deeply into the level design and stuff, which is really a shame. This one probably gives me one, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. So not... Oh, see if I just read this thing. Cool. Yeah, so I'd found that first statue, obviously, in the entry level, kind of, or the opening area of this level. So if I just looked at that statue and found one more, we would have been in business. Okay, so I need to go back out. Wait, is this the right door? No. Modern puzzles? Yeah, so... Yeah, I guess that's kind of true. I'm trying to think of... Why did I do that? There's nothing in there anymore. It kind of depends on the game, I suppose. Most of the modern games I've played are just kind of... well... I don't know. I feel like... highlighting a special section with like an item or whatever. That's not necessarily a bad way to do it. Not the most exciting, of course. I feel like a lot of games have just kind of gone away from the idea of puzzles altogether. Oh, I just went there. Jeez. It's more like go get a contraption or find a lever somewhere and pull it, and that's all I have to do. Which is, I mean, a lot of this game is like that too, so I can't really complain too much. But I do like some actual thoughtful puzzles every now and again. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I guess you could always go the whole fatal frame route and just have like you've got to aim like your camera at a particular object and highlight it, and then boom, now you can open up a door somewhere. I love those games, but some of the puzzles are a little weak. Which is, you know, whatever. But yeah, they're definitely not like the weird head scratchers like the early Resident Evil games and stuff like that. I feel like those had some kind of logic puzzles that were pretty good. That's a game I should play as well. I'll play the remake rather than the original, but I've never played through all of Resident Evil, so... Okay, here we go again. You see that? You see her glitch out right there on the wall? That was pretty cool. looks weird. It looked like my health like went down. Okay. Here we go. Nice. Oh, I'm poisoned? Oh, yeah, you're right. How did that happen? I must have gotten poisoned by one of the lizard men. Oops, that's the wrong button. There we go. I was going to say, it seems odd that my health seems to be declining so quickly. That's what happens when you don't pay attention to your HUD, I guess. It's fine. Playing a little safe here. Ooh. The long walk. You know what I don't really understand? Maybe you can do this, although... No, never mind. Never mind. The path you enter obviously is set at the level of this, not above it. Okay. Now, the big question is... That must be the other statue I get the code from. Can I get through? Last time I used the pillar to get in the way between me and the motorcycle skeleton, so if I'm lucky, I'll pull that off again. I can't remember if your charge holds through doors or not. I guess we're gonna find out. Nope, it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, that works out pretty well, actually. I realized I could do that earlier. Okay, let me set it, please. There it is. Oh, so close. Okay. I really do wish there was a save point down here closer, but whatever. I guess I don't really need it so much now. Unless I fight a boss, of course. Although so far none of the bosses have been able to like one-shot me, so I'm not too worried about it, I guess. And here we go. Not sure why it tells you to take refuge when you can't do anything anyway. And there we go. Let me save first. Now let's go for it. That's it. Oh, you know what? I know that. Yeah. Okay. Now I know. It's... Oh, here we go. Cool. Is that an eyeball in his mouth? One thing that really like makes me laugh about N64 and PlayStation graphics is like the characters' facial expressions are always like this deadpan look. It's really funny. Regardless of the situation, they always just have this completely blank expression. I have to say though, I still am quite impressed with the... I don't know if you'd really call them cloth physics, but I guess that's what they are attempting, right? It looks pretty good for being just straight rectangles and stuff. Okay. Cool. Not sure why I didn't get a lock on target. Oh, okay. Oh! Cool. Interesting. I can see, yeah. Does that hurt him? Yes. Maybe it's hurting his feet does? Okay, that does not work. Wow. 2-shot. Holy cow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out... This is like the only boss so far that's actually been a challenge. The other ones have been incredibly easy. That's funny. Okay. It's like bouncing off him. Oh, so you gotta hit him... Yeah, you have to hit him in the hind legs, I guess. Okay, that makes sense. feel like I should not be anywhere near him. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, so basically just stay behind him. No, aim at him. There we go. See, that's the one thing about Carrie's weapon I don't really care for. Oh! Toasty rear end there. Cool. Oh. Well, that doesn't hurt as much, though. That's good. So it looks like I'm attacking his midsection now. Oh. So... Yeah, I've got to... Oops, I didn't mean to use two of them, but whatever. Maybe just running is better. If he would stop running, that would be awesome. Oh no, hitting the back still hurts him. Okay, cool. Wombo combo? Dude. I mean, I can do this all day if that's what you want to do, but holy cow. The AI, man. This is amazing. Now we're talking. This is actually getting sad now. Does not help that I have an incredibly weak weapon strength level. This is actually really, really depressing me. Like, he's like kind of big and powerful and scary, and then now he's like grotesque and pitiful. Oh, really? I can't? That must be roast beef then. Yeah, I have, I went to the store just to kind of activate it, you know? Well, you have to activate it when you walk by it, and then... I've been to them. I haven't really used them much. Okay. Oh, hello, skeleton. I love how you wave at me whenever I walk through that door. I haven't really used the shop though because I haven't needed to really. Actrice. Why do they spell it as ho ho ho? That's so funny. She still won't fight me. Oh, here we go. From boss to boss. This game does that a lot, I think. Which is good, I mean... You spend a lot of time walking around exploring. And then you get a couple boss fights kind of in a row. How old is Carrie? I do not know. Vincent seems to think she's a child, so I would guess... Yeah, teenager. Mid-teenager, probably. 14, 15. So now I've got to fight my cousin. Excellent. Oh, that's some intense music. Oh, of course she's got a weapon like mine. Man, this really makes me wish my weapon was upgraded. Oh, ouch. She does not hit me very hard, though, does she? Yeah, she definitely has the most interesting facial, like, features. She looks delighted in her evil, which is nice. Compared to every other character in the game, whose face looks like they're not quite alive, maybe even like they're just now if they're zombies or vampires, that kind of makes sense, but like Vincent's face is not exactly full of energy. I'm sure there's a way to juke those bullets, but eat more quickly anyway, but this is working out. Yeah, Carrie's face is especially, like, deadpan. Oh, this is gonna be second form, isn't it? No? Oh, I totally expected a second form there. Hey, Oracle Elizabeth. Where's that save point? I know I saw it. No? Could have sworn there was one in this room. Yes, this is my first playthrough. In fact. I got up to the section where am I going? I need to go to the... I need to go to the room with that magic lever thing. Here, this is exactly what I meant. Oh wait, no, I need to go... Where's the actual... There we go. Heck yes, I want to operate the lever. Don't want the holy water. Have I been up there yet? Something tells me no. Yeah, I agree that this game did age actually a lot better than a lot of games from the era. I compare this to, in terms of its control and camera and all that stuff, I compare it a lot to Mario 64, and I think in a lot of ways Mario 64's camera especially is not as good as this one, which is funny because a lot of people hate the camera in this game, or at least complain about it a lot, and it does not really bother me very much. There are a couple times when it's frustrating, but no more so than it is in a lot of games, even games made way after. But I think in terms of like how movement feels in general, it's really, really good. I think they were, I don't know, they did a really good job right out of the gate with 3D, and it's a shame that not a lot of people have played it, or, you know, their opinions of it are not what I would have thought. Alright, so let's see. I cannot get those up there. Whatever. Okay. Tower of Science. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Those are cool. Bouncy cubes. And I think just like in terms of... I don't really like using the word atmosphere for games because atmosphere by itself doesn't tell you anything. But I do think this game really was good in terms of its presentation. Like, sure, the visuals aren't, you know, fantastic, but we're talking about a game made quite some time ago when 3D graphics were not yet, you know, they were still figuring it out, and I hope that's not where this comes out from. No. How? Oh. Can I go around it? Nope. Oh, I didn't. Wow. I thought I'd get way more damage than that. Also, where the heck am I? Okay. Cool. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of exploring in this area, just to kind of get my bearings, and then I'm going to have to call it quits for today, unfortunately. I'm having a really good time with this right now, so I'm really eager. Oh! Okay, there we go. I think that's exactly what happened. Yeah, I got hit by the block, and then I just somehow it didn't. Really? It it didn't register all the damage from the fall. I guess that's so funny. I love early games. Or well, I wouldn't call this an early game, but you know what I mean. Although there are plenty of modern games that have just as many problems. But yeah, I mean, honestly, just the running... Ooh. Like, just the running and jumping in this game feels really, really good. It's... I don't know if I'd say it's as good necessarily as the 2D games. That's gonna kill me, yeah. Bad jump timing there. Okay. So, we'll give it one more shot to see if I can get through that section. And then I'll call it a day. But I'll probably be back tomorrow at some point. Probably around the same... Oh, that was a bad idea. Okay. Clearly I am... I've got to at least get past that section for... Oh, man. That was bad. One more shot through here. Like I said, this is more exploratory on my end. I'm not really planning to make progress, but I'm just curious. Like, this level is like, I don't know, it's just interesting. Yeah, I can jump over it there. Okay, cool. Nah, you haven't brought me bad luck. I've been playing since about 11, I think. So I'm just a little fatigued, I think, more than anything. I haven't streamed in a long time, so I'm not super stream fit, I guess you could call it. Whoa, okay. Yep. So I will try to... my plan is to come back tomorrow, 11 Pacific time, and do some more. I'm having a great time with this game. It's, like I said, it is my first time playing through it, so I expected it to be a lot worse, frankly. Like, I thought the controls were going to be bad, I thought the camera was going to be awful, but that has not been the case. I think this game is quite well made, and I think it deserves a lot more respect, so I'm definitely going to keep playing it. Hopefully you guys can join me tomorrow. Thanks for sticking around and watching me go and fail miserably through this. It's been really, really fun, so yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.